The seventh game of the Indie Games Uprising III is City Tuesday. In City Tuesday, you play a man who is stuck reliving the same 5 minutes before a terrorist attack. You must learn from the city's residents and the environment where the bombs are stashed and defuse them before time is up. Alright, City Tuesday. So going into the Indie Games Uprising III, this was one of the games that seemed more interesting, as I wasn't really sure what to make of the trailer, which was very similar to that little intro that you just saw. City Tuesday promises to be a puzzle game involving having 5 minutes to stop a terrorist attack, and being able to manipulate time, going back and forth to do so. It has a very interesting, a very striking look to it, so I was interested to see how City Tuesday turned out. Let's have a look. Once it does that, it loads and starts the game. Alright, so that's us in the red jacket. We're the only one who has a bit of color to us. You notice the time in the upper left says 5 minutes, but it's not moving, and neither is anyone else around. We are a man who is unstuck in time, as the game describes us. In some scenes like this, it means everyone is frozen around us. In other scenes, it means that we can go back and forth. We can't go through there, but we can go in here. Now, just should bring up the map. Alright, so here are the sections of the game we can go into. Those groups of people in red are people in danger of being blown up by terrorist bombs. We'll go inside the COFID and learn how to play the game. Alright, we have 1 minute. Otherwise the bombs go off. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of time. Oh, a globe. That's interesting. Alright, so we can find out facts about people. We can't just run right through because the security guard is going to make us wait in line. Doesn't seem like we have a whole lot of time, but we do have to wait our turn in the queue. Alright. Bought our ticket, and now we're off. Nope, I don't want to stand on the desk. Can't go through that way. Alright, there's a terrorist. He's got a bomb. He's put it in that wastebasket. He's getting out of here. In your face, terrorist. We got your bomb. That was not a very well-hidden bomb, though. I mean, it was just in the trash can. You'd expect a lot of people could have just seen that. Interesting facts. A lot of weird loading from screen to screen. There's not a whole lot going on each screen, so I don't know why. It seems to take a little while for things to get loaded up. Alright, I don't know if you missed that, but the security guard needed to be distracted so we could harass the mummy that the bomb was inside. And this kid shook that mummy for us, distracting the guard. Alright, I don't know why they want to blow up a history museum. Doesn't seem like much of a target. Uh-oh, I went into this room and now it's locked behind me. I can't do anything, but I can get this bomb. We won't take the diamond because, of course, we are a good person. We are a person who stops bombs. We can't actually get through the door. So we're going to have to restart the day. When I do that, I just start at the beginning of the room, but you can see that bomb is crossed out because I already got it. And now I'm stuck in here. But I can get that. So the objective of the game is just to get these bombs. And waiting for the screens to load. I would like to know why it takes a while for these things to load. It doesn't seem like there's really much of anything here. Okay, so the security guard is tired of telling the museum staff to stop using personal info for their codes. And Linda here was born in 1967. She's the director. I wonder what this means. Let's go to that numpad. Yep. So that's an example of having to find out some facts about people to learn how to solve a puzzle. We had to look at the security guard to know that he has to tell people, tell the museum staff, don't use your personal info for your passwords. And we had to talk to her to find out that the director does indeed do that. See, I don't know what that is. That's not the video that's getting choppy like that. That's just the game stopping for a few seconds to load up on each screen. But what does it have to load? Anyway. Right, and it's not even loading up the name of Vignelli Station. Alright, so that's the first area. We saved the Kofod Museum. Hooray for us. You can see that those people are grayed out, which means we saved their lives. However, this is still the same point in time that we began the game at. Because there are still a lot of other bombs that were going to go off at the same time. Alright, we can go in here now. Alright, so that's the big bomb. And you can see from people's reactions that they can see that guy up there holding that bomb. It looks like they just saw him a second ago because they're all taken off. Get up there, but we cannot reach him. Every time we finish a section of that bridge will complete, and once we finish all the sections, we can get across that bridge and get to that bomb. Next area is Arndt's Parkway. That loaded that time. Alright, so this is a little bit more of a complicated puzzle. What's going on here? The terrorist has the bomb. You can see his name is Mr. Barium. He belongs to the Black Fang. And he's not going to plant that device until the targets are distracted. We can't just take it from him. How can we distract targets? He wants a dime. And these beats ain't free, says JD Dyslexic. So it looks like we need money. That guy down there has money. Just put it in this vending machine. We're going to hit this vending machine, get the money. Yeah, that's what we do. That guy has money too. I probably should mug him, but I am a nice guy in a red coat. That kid, by the way, yeah, he's taking money from the phone and the machine. He's just hanging out here doing that. So I guess that we had to do that before he got to the vending machine. Otherwise, he would have took this coin. Now, if we give this coin to one of the people up here who want money, they will start distracting some of the people. But why do that now if we could wait for that phone call to end and get a second coin? All right. Hold on. In your face, Alan Fung. I got your money before you did. All right, so he's playing some music, and we're going to pay for those beats. Okay, everyone's distracted, allowing the terrorist to plant his bomb. This doesn't seem helpful at all, except now we can get it. I don't know why the terrorist doesn't seem to notice us. Well, everyone just going about their business. No one else seems to notice the bombs, actually. No one even knows that anything averse is happening. And load times, which causes choppiness. Alright. That rat has got the bomb. I want to get this guy's hamburger. He needs a drink, though, because his throat's on fire. Gonna give him that drink and take his piece of hamburger, throw it in there, and that rat likes that. And there's another hamburger over here. I'm just gonna grab that and do this. So some of these things we have to do in a time limit. I think that guy would have eaten the whole hamburger if we did not give him the drink, which would not have given us enough meat to satisfy the rat. Let's Let's get that out of there. And give it to the rat. And he is satisfied for the day. Which means, of course, he's going to throw that bomb out here for some reason. I don't know why, but here we have it. We got the bomb. I don't know. When I saw the description of City Tuesday and saw that we would have to learn things about people and places to solve puzzles and discover locations of bombs, it's not exactly what I thought. There's not as much mystery and problem solving here as I kind of expected. This one has a little bit more, I guess, because we can hit this trash can where the bomb is. For some reason, we cannot take it. I don't know why. I don't know why. We can ring people's doorbells, though. That guy likes his yard. It's perfect condition. And that guy likes his motorcycle. But it's out of gas. There's a dog barking in there. We can adjust the flag on this mailbox. And here comes the mailman. Alright, so people are coming out. I don't know why I just can't take the bomb out of the trash can. I know it's right there. That lid's ajar. Oh, hold on. Someone else is coming out. Study medieval literature. And her dog. The dog's the important part, because the dog will fertilize the lawn. And this guy right here, he needs his lawn perfect. So he's going to get out that lawnmower, but he needs to fill it with gas. Aha, now you see the deviousness of the puzzles of City Tuesdays. We'll steal his gas and fuel the motorcycle, and this guy's happy, and then he hits that, and there's the bomb, and I got the bomb. Yep. And that's the second section done. And now we're kind of getting to the problem with City Tuesdays. I'm done with 2/3 of the game. That's the entire map of the game right there. That last part, Beck Financial Center, it's larger than the first two sections. It is more complex. There are more bombs. You probably will not get all the bombs your first time in that section. But it's not going to take you very long to figure it out. And that's the thing that kind of confuses me about City Tuesday. When I did the video for Gateways, I talked about how the game at first was sort of a tutorial, getting you warmed up, showing you how the game worked, before really throwing the hard stuff at you, the real meat of the game. In City Tuesdays, there is no meat. It just kind of stops when it seems like the game should just be starting. I don't know, this doesn't seem to me like a full game. It seems to me like a demo, or it seems to me like the person who made this game made it as an example of the type of game he would like to make. But this by itself could not be that game, because there's barely anything here. There's a lot more screens in this area. Oh, I can't get that bomb because this guy is standing in my way. I would have to run across the entire map the other way to get to the bomb before the cement truck is done filling that pit. And the terrorist looks on in glee. But yeah, I don't know. I was looking forward to City Tuesday because I thought it looked interesting. I thought the concept of having 5 minutes to discover mysteries and find bombs while manipulating time back and forth. Now I can't get the bomb. I thought that sounded interesting. I thought the visual style looked interesting. Very simple, but I thought striking. So I was looking forward to City Tuesday, but I mean, in the end, there really wasn't anything to look forward to. You're going to beat it in, your first time through, I would say less than half an hour, probably. If you get stuck on somewhere in this final area, then maybe a little over half an hour. And it's not necessarily that I'm against short games, because I have recommended short games before. Like I said, one of my favorite XBLIGs was They Breathe, which is going to take you like a half an hour if you don't die. I also recommended Home a while back for the PC, which is a game that's probably going to take you a couple hours to beat. And I don't know really how much replay value that has. I thought, though, it was a pretty good experience, and something worth experiencing, even though it was so short. I thought that in that short period of time, those two games delivered what they were trying to deliver. And that's the difference here with City Tuesdays, that it doesn't seem like it delivers much of anything. It seems like it's warming up to something, and then stops. Yes, Mr. Chromium, attacking the financial system does make for a powerful symbol, so why were you attacking the museum before? Like I said, this is a bigger area. He's on break. But I don't think his break is going to end before the bombs go off. Tragic. Didn't even get to complete his entire break. So yeah, City Tuesday, I really can't recommend it, because I kind of like what is there, but there's barely anything there. This is, yeah, it just does not get going, and I can't get that bomb because the security guard doesn't want me walking past him towards the armored car. So yeah, I really have nothing else to say about City Tuesday. Besides that, it really just seems like a, How do we not? I don't know. He might be right. Well, that's not a theory, that's just fact. We all know that's happening. Right, so that's City Tuesday, which was quite a disappointment for me, because what is this? It's barely anything. Though we do only have 45 seconds left before the end. So, if I were to complete this area, I would have gone back to the station where the big bomb is, where people are running away from it, and I would have finally been able to reach that. And that's about the end. That's it. City Tuesday, the 7th game of the Indie Games Uprising III.